Here are your Court News Ohio top stories in 5 minutes. Ohio's largest online charter school wants the Supreme Court to block the state of Ohio from recovering $60 million. The Ohio Department of Education voted that the Electronic Classroom of Tomorrow, or ECOT, must pay back the money because the school can't prove that thousands of students spent a certain amount of time logged on to online classes. That is how the state monitors attendance for online students. This legal maneuver is the latest in a months-long fight between the ODE and the online school. ECOT, which reportedly has 15,000 students, argues it has an agreement with the state that lets it monitor attendance differently.
Well, court is now in session with Montgomery County Juvenile Judge Tony Kaposi. He's ruled that Company 7 Barbecue is guilty of making the best chicken wings.
When Judge Tony Kaposi isn't handing down verdicts in the kitchen, he has his hands full offering tough love from the bench.
When you first walk in the courtroom, you're not going to like me. And I don't need to be their best friend.
For 13 years, he served as the juvenile court judge in Montgomery County. And this summer, he will be named president of the National Council of Juvenile and Family Court Judges.
Because we are in the forefront, we're progressive, we are doing it right here. And although there's things we can always learn, I'm proud to say that we're up there in the top 2 or 3 states in the country in how we work with children and families.
Judge Kaposi is faced with a tough reality. Where the state of Ohio has the most opioid overdoses in the nation, Montgomery County, his county, has the most in the state.
For those people who think that people can just stop using, that it's their fault they're using, it isn't always that way.
This judge keeps it real. When a child using walks into his courtroom, he shows pictures of Dayton children who have been in his drug court and died at the hands of drugs. So tough love, yes, but don't think he lacks compassion.
I know we make a difference. It's maintaining that.
Driving rush hour on Columbus freeways can be stressful enough, let alone if you're faced with a flat tire. So imagine how driver Abby Minix Wilson felt a month ago while driving westbound on I-70 near Broad Street when she hit a pothole that forced her off the road.
It's definitely nerve-wracking to be on the side of a busy freeway in Columbus during rush hour and not have a lot of wiggle room between yourself and the cars going by you at 70 miles an hour.
First thing she did when she got home was file a claim with the Ohio Department of Transportation, or ODOT. The agency then files an investigation report about the claim within 60 days. Abby's second move was to file with the Court of Claims to try to get her money back. In the 1970s, the state legislature created this reimbursement process so people like Abby can have a recourse to try to recover expenses from a state agency. Mark Reed is the clerk with the Court of Claims.
To win a pothole case, you have to show that ODOT was either negligent in the way it maintained that section of the roadway or was negligent in the way it maintains all the state roads.
He says proving the state was negligent isn't easy because typically the driver or even ODOT doesn't know about the pothole until the driver hits it.
But what you have to do, you have to prove that ODOT either knew about the pothole or more likely should have known. And the best evidence of that, frankly, is ODOT themselves. They'll be very forthcoming in their response.
If the state knew that there was a pothole and haven't been able to repair it, ODOT usually settles, and Reed says most of the cases are settled. But it is up to the Court of Claims office to decide, as it hears and determines all civic actions filed against the state and its agencies. There is no hearing, there's no trial, no jury. Abby will hear whether she is reimbursed by the end of the summer. Until then, it gives her some peace of mind.
You know, it was a very nerve-wracking experience, but at least there'll be some, hopefully, restitution for everything that I had to deal with.
Court News Ohio will keep you posted. That's a look at Court News Ohio's top stories. Visit courtnewsohio.gov for the latest headlines on Ohio's courts. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter.